Good morning, friends, and welcome back to another episode of Willis Wit and Wisdom. My name's Eric Willis,
And Bob Willis.
and together we want to answer questions for you and address issues of life, loss, leadership, conflict, things that are real life and happening. So we want to give you the Willis spin on that, if you will.
This should be interesting.
It should be. It could be.
Right.
Thank you for joining us today. And Dad, today we're going to talk about something that can actually be positive.
Yeah, it really can. And everyone needs it. It's encouragement. We all need encouragement, some more than others, but that's a good thing, that we should look to encourage each other. I know in your role and in your ministry, Eric, that's a big core part is encouraging pastors and church leaders and workers. What do you spin on this, son? What do you think about encouragement?
I agree. It's absolutely needed. It's critical, and it's actually a motivator in each of our lives. When was the last time that you were encouraged? When someone said not just a positive word, because positive words can be fluffy and really not land, but when was the last time that someone actually spoke into you an encouraging word that met you where you are, that moved you and motivated you to keep going or to stay focused or to pull back and see a larger perspective of life? And so encouragement is huge. And in the ministry that I oversee called Reclaim Leadership, our tagline is infusing hope and biblical perspective for ministry leaders. And so it's that infusing hope piece that captures the encouragement. So encouragement is actually something that we are told to do. We grow up, hey, be encouraging, or encourage this person or that person, or say something nice. What's that saying? If you can't say anything nice, then don't say anything at all.
A lot of quiet people around.
How many quiet people are around you?
Right.
Test that theory. No, but encouragement is that process of speaking into somebody. And I like to think of it in terms of speaking life and motivation into somebody, to encourage the heart, to spur on in someone else. So
right. In fact, just what you mentioned a moment ago, Eric, sometimes we encourage words and they're more fluffy. They're more for the ears. And what I hear you talking about now, speaking to the heart instead of the ears, that encouraging part that basically is saying, I'm with you, I'll walk with you, I'll go with you. That encouragement part to the heart is so much different, and that is needed for every one of us.
Yeah, absolutely. In the work that I do with pastors and ministry leaders, a lot of times they're in isolation. They're around a lot of people, but there's loneliness. There's just this, do people see me? Because they're not known to very many people. And so part of the encouragement that I bring to pastors is a simple, I see you, I hear you. And even more importantly, God sees you, God knows you. And those are encouraging words. And the concept is you really need to know the person that you're speaking to, or have a sense of where they are, in order to speak encouragement into them. Otherwise, it is, like you said, just the fluff in the ears, and not really the heart.
Right. And one of the areas I work in grief, the foundational piece when I meet someone is to try to help them understand the normal responses to grief and hear what they're saying. And they're almost embarrassed to say things like, I'm just not sleeping and I can't eat well, I'm losing my mind. And just to assure them that that's okay, that's normal. I hear what you're saying, and that's very normal. You're not losing it. In fact, you've found it. Now let's just walk together in that. So I think coming to that level where you're with that person, speaking on the heart level, that's real important. That can encourage them that, hey, I'm not alone in this. Same way with pastors, that you're helping them see that they're not alone.
Yes, and it is one of the loneliest, but it doesn't have to be one of the loneliest occupations. And that's, one of the points I wanted to make too about encouragement is the person needs to receive and be open to receiving encouragement. So yes, we give encouragement and we're encouraged to give encouragement, but we really need to be receptive to
Right.
receiving encouragement. Any thoughts on being receptive to receiving encouragement?
Right. A lot of times we have these preconceived ideas and notions. We already have our minds made up that we're not pliable with our minds and our heart. It's like we're firm. We already have these ideas. If we will allow ourselves to perhaps learn something new, perhaps a different approach or a different option in life that we haven't seen before, different ideas, and maybe try that. We're not trying it alone. Here's someone that's offering to encourage us to walk with them in this. We can grow together. That's what I see is, instead of being firm and stoic, that maybe we need to just soften it just a little bit and let God mold and shape us in that encouraging time with someone else.
Yeah.
You're doing that for pastors right now. I know of a program going on. Tell us about that program you're doing.
Yes, and this is something that you can actually participate in. When I say you, I'm talking about those of you who are watching this video. If you have a pastor or a ministry leader in your life, a spiritual leader who has influenced you, impacted you, that God has used to comfort you, and you just want to say thank you and stay the course and encourage them. What we're doing at Reclaim Leadership in the month of October, we are mailing out or delivering pastor encouragement kits. That it's a one big box with 5 different packages inside that are sealed, labeled day 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, etc. And it's just a gift for your pastor to open one day at a time over 5 days. And in each of those packages, we have some gifts that are of value. And then I have a note of encouragement and instruction that goes with each day. It's to help infuse hope and biblical perspective for them to stay the course of ministry. It's focused on refreshing and renewing in ministry. And these pastor encouragement kits, you can find more information out by going to Reclaim Leadership on Facebook. And I have a link there that you can actually order one for your pastor. And we'll be happy. Our volunteers will put it all together and then we'll ship that out. We'll send you an email picture of the volunteer that put your kit together and we'll send that out. So pastor encouragement kits for the month of October. So we're taking orders now.
I would love for you to have that when I was pastor. I would love to receive one of those, a gift to encourage me every day. Every day I could, I think there would be great anticipation from that pastor to open that to see what the encouragement is that day and then looking forward to tomorrow. That's a perfect gift for a pastor and for someone to gift them that. That is an encouragement that we see you, Pastor.
Yes.
We care for you and we love you.
And the cool thing about how we're doing this is on the online registration for you to send an encouragement kit to your pastor, there's space where we've asked you to write a message to your pastor. And you'll type that in, we'll receive that, and we will handwrite that on a note and put that in the box. So he will have your words when he opens that box.
Great plan, son. Great plan. Yep. It's got a personal touch to it. And that's really important for a pastor to receive because it is encouragement for them. And that's what the kit is for.
Yeah. Yeah.
Could become a habit.
It could become a habit. Pray for your pastor, encourage your pastor, and it can go beyond words. But reclaimleadership.org and Reclaim Leadership on Facebook. So it's at Reclaim Leadership, and you can find us on Facebook and a link to get a pastor encouragement kit to your pastor. So
yeah, I highly recommend that. Coming from the background of being a pastor, many times the only staff member, that would have been very helpful to have that encouragement, knowing that someone cares, someone is interested, and someone appreciates what you do.
Yeah, absolutely. And so thank you for bringing that up, Dad. And I'm excited to get those kits put together in the month of September. That's kind of what we're doing now. And then we'll be sending those out in October. So if anyone wants to participate in that, find us on Facebook, Reclaim Leadership. That's also a place where folks can send questions if they have questions for Willis Wit and Wisdom.
Right.
How can they find you, Dad, for any questions?
The best way, you can find me on Facebook under Bob Willis. I'll have this face on there.
Mhm.
They can track me down that way, or they can email me at rwillis14@cox.net, and I'll respond to that. But we'd love to have questions, ideas, suggestions, even complaints. We'd like to have those too. Whatever needs to come across, we're ready for that.
Yeah, I love complaints because that sends me into my conflict resolution mode. So, yeah.
Yeah. Yep. Right. Yeah.
Well, thanks, Dad, and we look forward to hearing from you folks. And if we can answer questions, please reach out and let us know. And be encouraged today.
Right.
I want to challenge you to do something. Do a word study of the word encourage or encouragement throughout Scripture, and take a look at what you find. I think you'll be surprised.
Right. Yeah. And see what the environment is when that word is used. Right. Think about that.
Absolutely. All right, folks. Thanks for being with us today. Dad, I love you. Good to see you, and we'll talk to you again soon.
All right. Love you. Love you, folks. Thanks for tuning in.